In a significant nod to the impact of experimental economics, Georgia State University (GSU) is set to honor the illustrious career of James C. Cox, a leading figure in the field, with two major events this fall. These celebrations will not only highlight his extensive contributions but also aim to inspire future generations of economists. The day-long conference, scheduled for October 9 in Tucson, Arizona, will coincide with the Economic Science Association's North American meeting, creating a vibrant forum for discussion and reflection on Cox's work. Cox, who serves as the Noah Langdale Jr. Chair in Economics at GSU, is recognized for his pioneering research that has significantly shaped the understanding of economic behavior through experimental methods. Over his 50-year academic career, he has authored more than 130 research papers exploring critical themes such as auctions, risk aversion, trust, and reciprocity. His work, which has garnered support from prestigious institutions like the National Science Foundation and National Institutes of Health, emphasizes the importance of integrating theory with empirical experiments. Professor Cox's groundbreaking work in experimental economics has not only shaped the field but also elevated the Andrew Young School's reputation as a hub for innovative economic research, remarked Dean Thomas J. Vicino, underscoring the profound impact of Cox's contributions. The upcoming conference, aptly titled Theory Testing Experiments in Honor of James C. Cox, will feature a keynote lecture by Daniel Friedman, Distinguished Professor Emeritus at the University of California, Santa Cruz, along with an impressive lineup of speakers including well-respected scholars from across the country. This gathering promises to be a pivotal moment for the economics community, allowing attendees to engage with the theoretical advancements and methodological innovations that Cox has championed throughout his career. In addition to the conference, a symposium titled A Symposium on Combining Economic Theory and Experiments in Honor of James C. Cox will be published in the Southern Economic Journal in the fall of 2026. The guest editors for this symposium will include prominent GSU faculty and an international contributor from Macquarie Business School in Australia, ensuring a global perspective on the integration of economic theory and experimental research. Cox's legacy is further solidified by his recent recognition as an Inaugural Fellow of the Economic Science Association, an honor that acknowledges his lifetime achievements and contributions to the field. Jim has made numerous influential contributions, helping to shape the methodological approach of our profession, stated the ESA in a recent announcement. Reflecting on the breadth of Cox's influence. As Cox prepares for retirement in July 2025, he will undoubtedly leave behind a rich legacy of innovation and mentorship at Georgia State University. While he may step back from his formal role, his ongoing research in experimental economics will continue to shape the field, inspiring future economists to explore the complexities of human behavior in economic contexts. Looking ahead, the celebrations honoring Cox serve not only as a tribute to his remarkable career but also as a reminder of the vital role that experimental economics plays in understanding our world. With the conference and symposium promising to foster discussions that bridge theory and practice, they will undoubtedly contribute to the ongoing evolution of economic research and education. As the sun began its descent over the sprawling prairie heartlands of central Illinois, a familiar sight unfolded along Interstate 57, a cloud of dust swirling in the air, a telltale sign of the agricultural season. This scene, witnessed by Reverend Dr. William G. Grice III during a road trip to Florida, serves as a poignant reminder of the cyclical nature of farming and the economic forces at play in the agricultural sector today. Grice observed a farmer diligently tilling the land with a massive combine, a piece of machinery as imposing as a semi-truck. The farmer was not only preparing the soil for planting but also applying liquid fertilizers or pesticides, practices that have stirred memories of Grice's college days at Northern Illinois University, where the scent of fertilization wafted through the campus each spring and autumn. This sensory experience, however, is overshadowed by deeper contemplations on the current state of American agriculture, particularly in the wake of evolving trade dynamics influenced by tariffs. As Grice noted, the agricultural industry is facing unprecedented challenges due to tariffs that have prompted several countries to boycott American-produced goods, including crucial agricultural exports. American produce significantly contributed to global food supply chains. Now these agricultural products are purchased elsewhere, he remarked, highlighting the potential long-term implications for farmers who have long relied on international markets. The ripple effects of these tariffs extend beyond the fields. Industries reliant on agricultural products such as breweries and distilleries are also feeling the pinch. Grice pointed out that many American manufacturers are struggling with surplus inventory and declining orders from overseas. Breweries and distilleries now face canceled orders from foreign customers. Their warehouses are full of unsold alcoholic products, he noted, drawing attention to the interconnected nature of these economic challenges. Moreover, the broader implications of these trade policies are concerning. Grice expressed worry about potential layoffs in American manufacturing, including the automotive and household goods sectors, as companies grapple with reduced revenue streams due to lost international sales. It will be a longer time than anticipated before countries feel confident enough to purchase American products, he predicted, emphasizing the fierce competition from foreign companies ready to fill the void left by American goods. As Grice's thoughts traversed the landscape of economic uncertainty, he also grappled with a sense of disquiet regarding the state of public services in the U.S. He lamented the reduction or elimination of essential services that have traditionally been the cornerstone of community support, such as education, health services, and public libraries. The striking similarities he observed between the current political climate and historical precedents, such as the rise of authoritarianism in 1930s Germany, left him pondering the fragility of democracy. I wonder if that time has come again, he mused, echoing a sentiment that resonates with many observers of today's political landscape. The reflections shared by Grice serve as a reminder of the intricate web of connections between agriculture, trade, and the health of democratic institutions. As the world watches the unfolding economic landscape, the hope remains that a path toward stability can be forged, one that prioritizes collaboration and resilience in the face of adversity. With ongoing discussions around trade agreements and the potential for tariff adjustments, the future of American agriculture and its allied industries hangs in the balance, waiting for a new season of growth and opportunity. Tara Roberts, a renowned National Geographic explorer and the first black female explorer to grace the cover of the iconic magazine, is set to captivate audiences in Napa on May 13. Known for her groundbreaking work that intertwines history, identity, and exploration, Roberts will be discussing her memoir, Written in the Waters, a memoir of history, home, and belonging, during an event at the Culinary Institute of America's Copia campus. The evening promises not just a compelling narrative but also an opportunity for attendees to engage with Roberts and have their copies of her book signed. Roberts' journey into the depths of history began with a poignant photograph of black scuba divers exploring slave shipwrecks, igniting her quest to uncover the stories of these divers and the historical contexts they represent. Her adventures have taken her across the globe, from the shores of Senegal to the waters of St. Croix. As she seeks to understand the intricate connections between identity and history, every dive is a journey into understanding not only the ocean but also the cultural legacies that shape who we are, Roberts reflects, emphasizing the depth of her explorations. In 2022, Roberts was honored as the Rolex National Geographic Explorer of the Year, a testament to her impactful contributions to the field of exploration. Her insights and experiences, as shared in the National Geographic podcast Into the Depths, have resonated with audiences and highlighted the importance of representation in exploration and storytelling. The event in Napa, organized by the Press Democrat and Redwood Credit Union, will open its doors at 5:30 p.m. with the program commencing at 6 p.m. Tickets are priced between $32 and $60. Providing an accessible opportunity for locals and visitors to engage with Roberts' remarkable journey. As the world increasingly seeks to understand the narratives of marginalized communities, Roberts' work stands at the intersection of adventure and advocacy. Her upcoming talk in Napa is not just an invitation to hear a compelling story, it is also a call to reflect on the histories that shape our present and future. As she continues to explore and share her findings, Roberts is likely to inspire a new generation of explorers and storytellers, encouraging them to dive deep into the waters of their own histories and identities. Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur known for his ambitious ventures in technology and space, is once again making headlines, but this time for his personal life. A recent report from the Wall Street Journal reveals that Musk has a growing legion of children, and his approach to fatherhood is being described as akin to managing a meritocracy. The report highlights Musk's proactive efforts in expanding his family, including recruiting potential mothers for surrogacy through social media platforms and offering financial incentives to maintain confidentiality. Ashley St. Clair, a 26-year-old conservative social media influencer and one of Musk's partners, shared her experiences with the Journal, detailing what she termed Musk's harem drama. St. Clair, who gave birth to a son named Romulus with Musk in September, recounted messages from the billionaire expressing his eagerness to have more children. In one text, Musk explicitly suggested using surrogates to expedite the process of expanding their family, stating, "I want to knock you up again." Currently, Musk is reported to have at least 14 children with 4 different women: St. Clair pop singer Grimes, his ex-wife Justine Musk, and Siobhan Zeles, an executive at his Neuralink company. However, sources indicate that the true number of Musk's children may exceed what is publicly acknowledged. Musk's commitment to privacy is evident. St. Clair revealed that Musk's representative urged her to keep his name off their child's birth certificate, a request she complied with until she publicly disclosed their relationship on social media. The financial implications of Musk's relationships have raised eyebrows. Initially, Musk offered St. Clair $15 million and a monthly stipend of $100,000 until their child turned 21, contingent on her discretion regarding their relationship. However, after her public acknowledgement of their connection, Musk reduced her monthly payments significantly, demonstrating a shift in his willingness to provide financial support. Moreover, Musk's interest in expanding his family has even led him to reach out to potential partners he had never met. In an incident involving cryptocurrency influencer Tiffany Fong, Musk directly messaged her on X proposing to have children together, only to unfollow her upon learning she had discussed the offer with others. Despite the tumultuous nature of his personal life, Musk remains a power player in the tech industry and a vocal advocate for addressing global population concerns. He has been noted for his comments on the declining birth rates in the United States compared to those in developing nations, which he views as a pressing issue. Musk's approach to parenting and relationships has not gone without criticism. While he did not formally respond to the Journal's inquiries, he took to X to dismiss the report's claims, suggesting a preference for tabloid coverage over investigative journalism. As Musk continues to navigate both his business empire and complex personal life, one thing is certain: his decisions and actions will continue to attract scrutiny and generate headlines. The implications of his parenting strategies and the public's fascination with his family dynamics raise questions about celebrity culture, privacy, and the future of family structures in the modern age. The coming years may reveal more about how Musk balances his esoteric ambitions with the challenges of fatherhood as he seeks to cement his legacy in both technology and his personal life. In a significant development within the insurance sector, a Tacoma-based brokerage has been acquired by a national company, marking a noteworthy trend in the consolidation of insurance firms. This acquisition, which reflects the broader movement of smaller regional players being absorbed by larger entities, signifies not only a shift in market dynamics but also the potential for enhanced services provided to clients. The acquisition, announced on April 16, 2025, is seen as a strategic move by the national company to expand its footprint in the Pacific Northwestern area with a growing demand for diverse insurance products. While the specific financial terms of the deal have not been disclosed, industry experts suggest that this transaction could lead to improved operational efficiencies and a broader range of offerings for clients in the region. Consolidation is a natural progression in our industry, allowing us to leverage shared resources and expertise to better serve our clients, a spokesperson for the acquiring company stated. This trend of consolidation in the insurance market is not isolated to Tacoma. Across the United States, smaller insurance brokerages are increasingly becoming targets for larger firms looking to enhance their market position and diversify their service offerings. According to recent data, the number of insurance agency acquisitions has risen by over 20% in the past year alone. Driven by the need for companies to adapt to evolving consumer preferences and technological advancements. The implications of this acquisition extend beyond mere numbers. For clients, the merger promises access to a wider array of services and potentially better pricing options due to increased competition among providers. Moreover, the integration of advanced technologies such as data analytics and artificial intelligence into the operational framework of the combined entity could lead to more personalized and efficient customer experiences. As the industry continues to evolve, the acquisition of the Tacoma brokerage serves as a reminder of the importance of adaptability in the face of change. Brokerages that can effectively integrate new technologies and expand their service portfolios will be better positioned to thrive in an increasingly competitive landscape. Looking ahead, it will be crucial for both the acquiring company and the newly integrated Tacoma brokerage to navigate the complexities of merging corporate cultures and operational practices. Successful integration will likely hinge on maintaining high levels of customer service while capitalizing on new efficiencies. As the industry watches this acquisition unfold, it will serve as a case study for future consolidations in the insurance market, particularly in how they can balance growth with client satisfaction. In conclusion, the acquisition of the Tacoma insurance brokerage underscores a pivotal moment in the insurance sector, reflecting broader trends of consolidation and adaptation in an ever-changing landscape. As these developments unfold, stakeholders will be keenly observing how this acquisition shapes the future of insurance in the region and beyond. In a significant recognition of excellence in journalism, Bloomberg News and The Wall Street Journal emerged as winners at the 2024 Investigative Reporters and Editors IRE Awards, underscoring the vital role of investigative reporting in today's media landscape. This year's awards celebrate the dedication of journalists who delve into the intricacies of pressing societal issues, shedding light on stories that might otherwise remain hidden. Bloomberg News received the prestigious IRE Medal for its groundbreaking investigation titled Visa Games, which exposed systemic abuses within the H-1B visa program. The team, consisting of Eric Fan, Zachary Mitter, Denise Lou, Marie Patino, Nick Carollo, Coulter Jones and Kyle Kim, successfully sued the Department of Homeland Security to compel the release of 1.8 million records related to the visa program. Their findings revealed how staffing companies manipulated the system by submitting multiple entries for the same workers, ultimately disadvantaging both other immigrants and American laborers. Notably, Bloomberg made the data publicly accessible, enhancing transparency and allowing for further academic and journalistic scrutiny of the visa program. The judges praised the effort, highlighting its significance in exposing the flaws of an outdated immigration system. Meanwhile, The Wall Street Journal was awarded in the print/online Division I for its investigation, The Great Medicare Scandal. The team, comprising Christopher Weaver, Tom McGinty, Anna Wild Matthews, Mark Mermont and Andrew Malika, was acknowledged for presenting complex data in a compelling manner, turning what could be perceived as a dry topic into a riveting story. The judges noted that the team's meticulous documentation and storytelling made them the clear choice for the award, demonstrating the importance of investigative journalism in holding powerful institutions accountable. The IRE Awards, which began in 1979, serve as a platform to honor outstanding watchdog journalism. This year, over 540 entries were evaluated across 19 categories, showcasing the rich tapestry of investigative work being done by journalists around the nation. The winners will be formally recognized at the IRE conference scheduled to take place in New Orleans on June 21, 2025. As the landscape of journalism continues to evolve, these accolades not only celebrate the achievements of individual journalists and news organizations but also highlight the essential role of investigative reporting in fostering accountability and transparency in society. The commitment to uncovering the truth remains a cornerstone of the profession, and as technology and methodologies advance, the potential for impactful journalism appears boundless. The recognition of Bloomberg News and the Wall Street Journal serves as a reminder of the power of diligent reporting in shaping public discourse and policy. In a surprising turn of events that could reshape the future of climate and space research in the United States. Preliminary budget proposals leaked from the White House suggest significant cuts to key programs within NASA and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA). These potential reductions aimed at the fiscal year 2026 have ignited concern among scientists and advocates who warn that such drastic measures could dismantle years of progress in understanding climate change and exploring our solar system. The documents reveal that NASA's science budget could be slashed nearly in half, plummeting to approximately $3.9 billion, while NOAA's budget may face a 27% cut, reducing it to $4.5 billion. We're talking about a wholesale dismantling of NASA's scientific fleet and the pipeline of future missions, warned Casey Dreyer, chief of space policy at the Planetary Society. Zoe Lofgren, a Democratic member of Congress and the ranking member of the House Committee on Science, Space and Technology, echoed these sentiments, describing the proposed NOAA cuts as outrageous and dangerous. While no final decisions have been made regarding the budget, the leaked plans indicate that a range of critical projects could be at risk. The NOAA's Office of Oceanic and Atmospheric Research, which funds crucial climate research, is expected to see its budget slashed by a staggering 74%, effectively dismantling its capacity to monitor climate patterns and provide essential data for weather forecasting. Craig McLean, a former NOAA assistant administrator, voiced the urgency of the situation, stating, "This is a huge threat to research at NOAA but also to the safety and economic security of the American public." Among the most notable casualties of this proposed budget is the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, a $4.3 billion project vital to advancing our understanding of the cosmos. The telescope, nearing completion at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center, has faced funding threats before. But Senator Chris Van Hollen, representing Maryland, vowed to fight tooth and nail against these cuts, reflecting the bipartisan concerns surrounding such vital scientific endeavors. The proposed cuts would not only impact terrestrial observation and climate modeling but would also jeopardize future missions to Venus, which scientists consider essential for understanding the evolution of the solar system. The two planned missions, Da Vinci and Veritas, are designed to explore Venus's atmosphere and surface respectively, but their funding is now in jeopardy. Furthermore, the budget proposal indicates a significant reduction in funding for Earth-observing satellites, which play a critical role in weather forecasting and climate monitoring. With plans to cancel the development of next-generation satellites at both NASA and NOAA, the future of weather prediction and climate analysis hangs in the balance. As the Trump administration embarks on its second term, the approach to federal science funding appears to reflect a broader trend of prioritizing government efficiency over scientific investment. The proposed budget reductions signal a shift in the priorities of congressional Republicans, who seem increasingly aligned with the administration's vision for federal spending. Despite the outcry from the scientific community, it remains uncertain how much of this proposed budget will be realized in the final spending legislation, as Congress typically modifies the president's budget to reflect its preferences. However, analysts warn that the current budgetary framework grants the Trump administration unusual latitude to redirect funds, raising fears that critical climate research and space exploration initiatives could be halted without congressional approval. As the landscape of U.S. science funding continues to evolve, the implications of these proposed cuts could reverberate far beyond the immediate future. The loss of investment in climate and space research not only threatens our understanding of pressing issues like climate change but also risks undermining the nation's leadership in scientific innovation. Moving forward, the stakes are high, and the scientific community must rally to advocate for the preservation of these essential projects that hold the key to our understanding of both Earth and the universe beyond. In a significant advancement for the treatment of Parkinson's disease, recent clinical trials have provided promising insights regarding the safety of stem cell therapy. Parkinson's disease, the second most prevalent neurodegenerative disorder globally, has long posed challenges for effective treatment. However, the latest studies published in the journal Nature indicate a potential breakthrough in regenerative therapy that could reshape the future of care for patients suffering from this debilitating condition. The trials conducted by teams led by researchers N. Sawamoto and V. Itabar focused on the transplantation of dopamine-releasing neurons derived from pluripotent stem cells into the brains of Parkinson's patients. Pluripotent stem cells are unique in their ability to develop into various types of cells within the body, a characteristic that has fueled extensive research into their therapeutic applications. These trials mark a pivotal moment, revealing that the transplantation procedure is safe for patients. However, researchers emphasize that more extensive evidence is necessary to ascertain the therapy's long-term effectiveness. "We have established a foundational understanding of the safety profile of this therapy," noted Hideyuki Okano, a prominent figure in stem cell research. In his commentary accompanying the studies, he underscored the importance of continuing investigations to understand the therapy's benefits fully, stating, "While we have taken significant steps, we are still on the journey to demonstrate its efficacy in real-world scenarios." The trials come at a time when the prevalence of Parkinson's disease continues to rise, with an estimated 10 million people affected worldwide. Current treatments primarily focus on managing symptoms rather than addressing the underlying causes of the disease, leaving a substantial gap in care that regenerative therapies like stem cell transplantation aim to fill. In the context of ongoing research, the trials represent not just a scientific achievement but a beacon of hope for patients and families affected by Parkinson's. The ability to potentially restore lost dopamine-producing neurons could significantly alleviate the symptoms of the disease and improve the quality of life for patients. Looking ahead, the field of regenerative medicine is poised for further exploration and innovation. As researchers refine their techniques and gather more data, the hope is that this therapy could evolve into a viable treatment option within the next decade. The commitment to understanding the full spectrum of stem cell therapy for Parkinson's disease could ultimately lead to a paradigm shift in how this challenging condition is treated, moving towards a future where patients may regain not just movement but autonomy over their lives. The results from these clinical trials underscore the critical intersection of science and patient care, illuminating a path forward that could redefine the landscape of neurodegenerative disease treatment. As the research community continues its efforts, the promise of stem cell therapy remains a focal point in the ongoing fight against Parkinson's disease. The construction industry, a colossal sector valued at approximately $13 trillion, has long been plagued by persistent inefficiencies, corruption, and delays. Traditionally characterized by its fragmentation and complex regulatory environment, the sector has faced notable challenges in digitalization and labor shortages, often rooted in misaligned incentives and a lack of transparency. However, a transformative wave is sweeping through the industry as artificial intelligence (AI) emerges as a powerful tool to combat these long-standing issues. Recent insights from Francesco De Carolis, a professor of economics at Bocconi University, and Emre Erglan, the founder of Frux Consulting, underscore how AI is increasingly being leveraged to enhance efficiency, transparency, and integrity within construction procurement processes. They note that many of the problems within the industry arise during the procurement phase, where limited oversight can lead to corruption and waste. The procurement phase often operates on asymmetric information, where one party has access to more information than the other, creating opportunities for fraud. Erglan explains, AI technologies have begun to address these challenges by streamlining processes and facilitating better decision-making. For instance, machine learning algorithms can analyze vast datasets to identify patterns indicative of waste or fraudulent behavior, allowing companies to take preemptive measures. Implementing AI solutions can significantly reduce the risk of misconduct by providing real-time analytics and transparency that were previously unattainable, De Carolis asserts. One of the most significant impacts of AI in construction procurement is its potential to create a more equitable environment. With enhanced data analysis capabilities, stakeholders can better align their interests and ensure that contracts are awarded based on merit rather than favoritism or corruption. This shift not only improves trust among parties involved but also enhances the overall integrity of the procurement process. The integration of AI tools is not just a theoretical concept but a practical evolution already underway in various construction projects around the globe. Companies adopting these technologies report reductions in project delays and cost overruns. For example, a recent case study highlighted a construction firm that utilized AI-driven project management software, resulting in a 30% reduction in project delivery times. This marked improvement was attributed to the software's ability to predict potential bottlenecks and optimize resource allocation effectively. As the construction sector grapples with increasing demands for sustainability and efficiency, the role of AI is expected to expand further. The ongoing digital transformation will likely pave the way for more innovative approaches not just in procurement but across the entire value chain. The future of construction will be defined by how well companies can harness the power of AI to drive efficiency and transparency, Ergelin emphasizes. In conclusion, the construction industry's adoption of AI signals a significant shift towards addressing inefficiencies and corruption that have historically plagued the sector. As these technologies continue to evolve and become more integrated into everyday practices, the potential for a more efficient, equitable, and transparent construction landscape grows. Stakeholders must remain adaptable and forward-thinking to harness the full benefits of this technological revolution, setting the stage for a new era of construction that prioritizes integrity and performance. As the political landscape of Virginia evolves, many are looking ahead to the pivotal elections of 2025, which are poised to be among the most consequential in decades. Abigail Spanberger, a prominent figure in Virginia's Democratic Party and a U.S. Congresswoman, has emphasized that the stakes are exceptionally high for voters. In a recent interview, Spanberger articulated her belief that the upcoming elections will not only shape the future of Virginia but also set a precedent for national politics. Spanberger's perspective is rooted in the potential shift in power dynamics within the state, which has traditionally been a battleground. She remarked, "This election is about more than just local issues, it's about whether we as a state can continue to progress in the face of national challenges." This sentiment reflects a growing concern among Democrats regarding the resurgence of Republican influence, particularly in the wake of recent shifts in voter sentiment across the country. Data from recent polls indicate a tightening race in key districts, suggesting that voter engagement will be critical. Spanberger noted that the primary drivers of voter turnout are often issues such as healthcare, education, and economic stability, which resonate deeply with constituents. As she explained, voters want to see real solutions to the challenges they face every day. It's our job to ensure that those solutions are presented clearly and effectively. The 2025 elections come at a time when Virginia is grappling with significant social issues, including abortion rights, gun control, and climate change. The recent March for Life rally highlighted the mobilization of conservative groups who are advocating for stricter abortion laws, which could significantly influence the electoral landscape. In contrast, progressive groups are rallying around the protection of reproductive rights, indicating a clear polarization of priorities that could drive voter turnout. Spanberger's leadership in addressing such divisive issues is seen as critical. She has called for transparency and community engagement to foster a more informed electorate. "We need to have conversations that include everyone, not just those who agree with us," she asserted, advocating for a more inclusive political discourse. Her approach reflects a broader strategy among Democrats to not only secure votes but also to bridge the gap between differing viewpoints within the state. As the elections draw closer, the impact of national politics on Virginia's local races will be a focal point of discussion. With President Trump's administration continuing to spark debate over immigration policies, such as the recent controversy surrounding deportations to El Salvador, the implications of these national issues will undoubtedly resonate with Virginia voters. The evolving dynamics of U.S. foreign policy and its domestic repercussions are likely to be central themes as candidates position themselves in the lead-up to November 2025. In conclusion, the 2025 elections in Virginia represent a critical juncture for both the state and the nation. The decisions made at the ballot box will not only influence local governance but could also set the tone for the political climate in the years to come. As Spanberger and other leaders galvanize their respective bases, the eyes of the nation will be on Virginia, watching how this pivotal election unfolds and what it signifies for the future. In a remarkable discovery that sheds light on ancient environmental challenges, researchers suggest that early humans may have faced significant radiation risks due to a dramatic weakening of Earth's magnetic field approximately 41,000 years ago. This phenomenon, known as the Loschamps event, not only altered the planet's magnetic shield but may have also impacted the survival of Neanderthals and the adaptive strategies of early Homo sapiens. The Loschamps event is characterized by a significant reduction in the strength of Earth's magnetic field, which reportedly dropped to just 10% of its modern levels. This weakening allowed increased solar radiation to penetrate the atmosphere, exposing early humans and other life forms to harmful cosmic rays. Agnat Mukhopadhyay, a researcher at the University of Michigan, explains that fluctuations within Earth's core can lead to such variations in magnetic field strength and orientation. The findings, based on a 3D reconstruction of the magnetic field during this period, indicate that magnetic poles shifted towards the equator, leading to auroras being visible in regions far beyond their usual polar confines. The implications of this magnetic disruption were profound. Mukhopadhyay suggests that the increased radiation exposure could have accelerated adaptive behaviors among human populations. This includes the potential development of protective clothing and the use of ochre as a form of sunscreen, which may have provided Homo sapiens with a crucial survival advantage over Neanderthals, who are believed to have faced extinction during this tumultuous period. Amy Mozigway from the Australian Museum highlights a correlation between the timing of modern humans' incursion into Europe and the Loschamps event. However, she cautions against overemphasizing the role of clothing in this dynamic, suggesting that while tailored garments likely offered some protection, they were not the sole factor in the survival and spread of modern humans. Veronica Waru from Yale University points to archaeological evidence indicating the use of ochre by early humans around this time. While its primary uses remain a subject of debate, ranging from cosmetic applications to artistic endeavors, its potential use as a sunblock underscores the innovative adaptations of our ancestors in response to environmental challenges. Adding complexity to this narrative, Ladislav Nejman from JCMM in the Czech Republic notes that this period coincided with extreme climatic shifts, including the Heinrich event, known for its severe cold spells, alongside volcanic eruptions like the Campanian ignimbrite explosion in Italy. These simultaneous events created a challenging environment for all life forms, not just Neanderthals. The convergence of these factors presents a compelling case for how early humans navigated a hazardous world, with the Loschamps events serving as a backdrop. The resilience and ingenuity of Homo sapiens may have shaped the evolutionary trajectory that led to their eventual dominance in Eurasia. As research continues to unfold, the lessons drawn from this ancient period resonate with contemporary challenges regarding climate change and environmental resilience. Understanding the adaptive strategies of our ancestors may provide valuable insights into how current human populations can respond to similar global crises in the future.